Okay, so I'm going to ask you one question within the car to begin with. Could you tell me how you check the tyres to make sure they're roadworthy before setting off on a journey?
Make sure there's no cuts or bulges in your tyre, and when the tyre's cold, check the manufacturer's guide to make sure there's correct tyre pressure, and remember to refit the belt.
Okay, anything else? What about the tread depth?
Make sure it's 1.6 millimetres plus 3/4 of the breadth of the tyre and the outer circumference.
Right, lovely. Okay, so I'm going to explain the test to you. So the test is going to last between 38 and 40 minutes. It's a variation of different kinds of roads and traffic scenarios. I expect you to follow the road ahead at all times unless either the road signs or road markings direct you otherwise. I'll give you instructions in plenty of time. If you don't understand where we're going, please ask and I will repeat the instruction for you. You'll do up to 20 minutes of independent driving.
Yeah.
You'll do one manoeuvre chosen at random, and you may do the emergency stop depending on time. Okay, we clear?
Yeah.
Alright, lovely. Okay then, when you're ready, we're going to start with the independent drive. We're going to follow the signs to 9 elms to begin with, okay? So I need to move off when safe to do so. And start with the independent drive. We're going to follow the traffic signs. To 9 elms. next lamppost, just before it ideally. That'll do, thank you. And then drive on when safe to do so. Roundabout, like to turn left, first exit. Traffic signs now for motorway M4 until I direct you otherwise, okay? So follow traffic signs for motorway M4 so you can continue in your independent drive. Follow the road ahead, and I would advise you to pick up the right hand lane when safe to do so. Just in case you miss the sign, the roundabout will turn in right, third exit for motorway M4, okay? Yeah, please. Staying in the right hand lane. And what I'd like to do now, please, is follow the traffic signs for the B4005 also signposted and road marked to Rawton. So follow the traffic signs B4005 and you'll see the road markings for Rawton. It's W turn. turn left, first exit. I promise you this junction is a roundabout left. Okay. Then the next set of traffic lights like you to turn right, follow the signs to Royal Wood and Bassett. Swindon, which is going to be your second exit. Just keeping the car slightly to your right, so naturally go into the second lane. The road markings are obstructed because of all the cars. Road please on the left, signposted 2L. Then end of the road please turn left. left for us, please. Thank you. Okay, and drive on when safe to do so. Please, on the left by that second lamppost. That one had been the first by the vans. So park on the left by that next lamppost. Don't worry about blocking driveways and don't worry about being opposite the junction on this occasion. That's lovely, thank you. And drive on when safe to do so. Turn right. Roundabout, please turn right. And then the roundabout, like to turn left, first exit. left just to avoid the drain. Thank you. Into the pub. I would suggest slowing right down. I would suggest first gear. Now what I like to do is drive into any of the bays your choice, on the left or on the right. It's entirely up to you. Thank you. All right, is that you completed or not? Okay. Lovely, thank you. And then reverse back out to the right. Under the car park, please turn right. first exit. Roundabout, follow the road ahead. Roundabout, please turn right, second exit. And the roundabout lights turn right, third exit Hillmead. Okay, just park on the left before the red car. Don't worry about being opposite the junction on this occasion. Cool, thank you very much. Alright, and just turn off the engine. Alright, we good? So how do you feel that went? That's not a trick question.
Not very well.
Not very well. Okay, can you explain to me why you think that's not gone very well?
I stalled on that roundabout.
Okay, so stalled on the roundabout, but in all fairness, yeah, you push your clutch back down, car's turned itself immediately back on,
Yeah,
you've re-looked to your right, and you've gone. You haven't caused any inconvenience to anyone behind.
yeah,
Yeah, because when I say you stalled and the car turned straight back on, literally it's turned straight back on and
Yeah.
you're gone. So, yeah, it would be a minor.
yeah,
So depending on how the examiner would mark it, it could be part 12 control clutch, or it'd be move off safely part 13. Either way, it's a clutch issue. You've just come off clutch a little bit too fast. Yeah. All right. What else?
Speed.
Speed. What was wrong with your speed then?
I think when we came off the big roundabout and you told us to go left, I think I came in a bit too quick.
No, the only issue you had with speed was you were a little bit late responding.
So 20, so.
Yeah, coming into Whittlestone
Yeah.
by Waitrose. Mate, as a whole, I thought it was quite a good drive. Okay, it wasn't perfect, and it doesn't need to be perfect in order to pass.
So
All right,
was it a pass?
I would pass you if I was a driving examiner, but I'm not a driving examiner. The arguably the worst mistake you made was actually following the bus.
Oh, yeah.
So you had a meeting traffic scenario, and the bus had stopped very awkwardly.
Yeah.
There's a bit of an angle. And we had two cars like bump it up over the pavement and come through.
Yeah.
Then the bus has gone through, and there's another Audi that was waiting. Now you're
Oh,
lucky
yeah.
because the Audi has not moved at all, so you followed the bus through. Now if that Audi started to move
Yeah.
because it was frustrated because you followed the bus through,
Yeah.
then that would turn into a serious fault for meeting traffic, because obviously the Audi's got priority.
Okay.
So the faults, I'll go through them in order as they happened. So the show me question on the move was,
Oh yeah, I got the window.
yeah, you
I was
started.
pressing the wrong
Yeah, no, it's great. So like, okay then, Megan, when safe to do so, can you undo your window about halfway? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get tape measure out to see how far halfway is. So you got it halfway. Great. Yeah. Then I said to you, okay, great, just do it back up. And then you started having a bit of a kerfuffle with them with
I
the.
wasn't looking. checking. I didn't realise there was 4.
Yeah, so for all the windows, you've got 4 windows in the car that we can operate, so up and down. But yeah, but the issue was, it wasn't necessarily like the actual controls, what you were pressing. The issue was you did actually lose a little bit of speed. Now you're lucky because there was a car behind you, but it actually turned into like the shopping area where the pub Tesco's is. So yeah, then we discussed about the meeting traffic. All right, so just followed the bus. Okay, and then after that was like the B4005. Be a little bit more sort of confident in your ability to read traffic signs.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, do I need to be in that lane? And I was quite brutal. I was like, just look at your road markings, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were in the correct lane to go to Rawton. Now, arguably, you could have gone into the other lane, which you were on about to go to Rawton. You could have done that, but obviously that would have brought you out in the fast lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, lane number 2 coming into Rawton, which we'll have to merge across. So you're better off where you were, because then you're in the left lane to follow your destination, which is your normal driving position. Okay, so as we discussed, just be careful coming into the 20, just a little bit late responding. Yeah, so it's just a tiny bit hard on the brakes. You didn't break the speed limit, but it would have been better to respond to the sign a little bit earlier than you did. Okay, so Mannington, I've put in brackets signage. So the left lane was promoted to go back up the motorway M4, and then the 2 middle lanes, lane number 2, lane number 3, was actually signposted to West Swindon. Okay, now the road markings were covered by cars, so I've shown, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. I don't want to say leniency because it's not leniency, so I've just helped you a little bit. You mean if you would have stayed left, then we'd have to go left and we go back down the freaking Great Western Way, which is somewhere we didn't really want to go, as we'd have been late back. So just give you a tiny bit of a prompt to go into lane number 2, but try and make sure you do look at the traffic signs.
Okay.
And then the stalled, and then just be careful with your bay park. You just come in a bit too soon. Good for indicating because there was a car behind you. Good for checking, but the issue was when you checked, you haven't secured the car. So you want to put the handbrake on, put it in neutral, then open up your door. And what you've done is you open up the, you've opened up the door, all right, with the handbrake off, still in gear, clutch down, and as you've opened up the door, you come off the foot brake and it's actually rolled forward slightly. Yeah. So if we'd have rolled in a couple more yards, literally, we'd have gone into the edge, and obviously that wouldn't have been good.
No.
All right, that would be a fail. Then just make sure you look around a bit better when you go to correct it as well. So good for like going back and gone back enough, because the common issue is people don't go far enough back to correct it. They only go back like a couple of yards. They ain't even got out of the bay really. Then they go and try and go forward again. All right, so fair play to you. So yeah, happy days.
Okay.
All right, happy with that, yeah?
Yeah, I genuinely